Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube. I'm just here outside Jerusalem on the way to Beit Shemesh. You can see the devastation that was caused in the forestry here. Really terrible things. And I was just doing a video using a wireless UHF microphone with the Canon Vixia HF R800. And I thought it would be might be useful to, I've made a few videos on getting sound in with this camcorder just to give a quick tip. And I make these tips also for myself. I just refer back to it, but just in case anyone else finds this kind of stuff useful, I'm happy to share what I'm figuring out now. The first time I did it, I did automatic levels, and I've talked before about how when you're shooting on the Vixia with an external microphone, first thing you need to do is go off automatic levels and set a level that makes sense for the microphone you're using so you don't get crazy amounts of gain. So we played around with a couple of takes. Now here's my tip. This is our car. Is just to go into your camera so you can see the mic's currently on me. This is, by the way, from the burnt wood in the forest. It's crazy. It's still burned from the forest fires, and it's literally, the trees are full of ash. So okay, so what I would recommend doing, and what I'm going to do as soon as I finish this video, go into your mic levels here. Sometimes it can be a little bit finicky. Go into your mic level, and you can see I'm at 22. So just make a note of what microphone level worked in the conditions, and I don't know, keep that on a piece of paper, keep that on a spreadsheet, do whatever you have to do. And the reason I'm recommending this is because, so I'm just going to be writing down I was at 3 meters and 22 to 25 was the right level setting, because every time, from my experience using a few different microphones with this camcorder, every mic has a slightly different gain level that needs to be set on the Canon in order to get the proper volume. Now it's a little bit hard to get it perfect, but you can, even getting it good enough, trust me, sounds much better than the camcorder. And what I do is I plug in the microphone and then look at the gain level and use the monitor. Monitoring is so helpful. Plug in a pair of 3.5mm headphones, listen in real time, and reduce the level until you get to the point at which the background hiss stops being audible, and then speak, and then check what level in the decibel meter you are getting to. And you want to be sort of peaking, I believe, somewhere like, you know, -6 at tops or -10 decibels. You don't want to be peaking into the red. And if you are, you just basically turn down the levels until you've got it right, and then you can use that mic and you know it's dialed in. But if you do change microphone, you're going to need to repeat the process, as I mentioned, and that's why I recommend, if you're doing a lot of videos, just keeping notes, detailed notes of what settings worked for you. This is the forestry, just to tell you what context you're looking at. So this is outside Jerusalem. It's crazy. There were forest fires here last week, some of the worst in Israel's history, and typically this area is incredibly beautiful and lush, and unfortunately right now it's a mixture of green forests and burnt forests, and these are some of the trees you can see in front of me. They're just absolutely black, and that is what you can see here on my hands just rubbing off. And the smell is unmistakable, unfortunately, of burnt wood that we were getting in Jerusalem last week. It was coming into our apartments. So I'm not sure exactly where we are, somewhere outside of Jerusalem, but in any event, that's my tip to myself and to anyone else who's trying to get recording videos on the Vixia HF R800 and doing a better job with audio, because audio is such a key part of video, that if you are recording into the camcorder, and that's another topic that I'm going to be graduating to, hopefully recording separately, then take a note of what microphones you use, set in the right manual gain level, and once you've done that, just take a note, keep it in a spreadsheet, keep it in a piece of paper, whatever you want to do. Write that down, and then you'll know when you're swapping between mics. If you want to use one time a lav mic, one time a different lav mic, one time a shotgun mic, you'll know what levels that you need to dial in order to try get the best possible job of capturing audio that is audible but doesn't have distortion and gain and other problems that are just going to really detract from the viewing experience when you end up processing it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to get more videos, I'm big into the Vixia HF R800. I'm big into learning video and trying to get all this right. Then feel free to subscribe to the channel.